Welcome to Section 2, Video 1 of the Solutions 1 unit of Chemistry 2. Today we're going to be talking about what is a solution, what is concentration, and what is one form of calculating concentration percent by mass. So if you recall from Chemistry 1, a solution is a homogeneous mixture. If you recall that a homogeneous mixture is one that looks the same throughout, and this homogeneous mixture is going to be composed of two or more substances. Now, usually when we talk about a solution, we have two things mixed together to make this solution, and those terms are solute and solvent. So a solute plus a solvent is equal to a solution. Now, typically, most solutions we term aqueous. And we've seen this term many times this year so far. And what this means is we have an ionized solute, usually a solid like sodium chloride, in water, which acts as our solvent. Now, we're not limited to solutions that are a solid dissolved in a liquid. We could have solid-solid solutions like 14 karat gold. We could have gas-gas in the form of the air that we breathe. We could have liquid-liquid. Ethanol in water is an example of a solution like that. But for our purposes in this course, most of our solutions are going to be something that ionizes in water. So if we know we have a solution, we can determine the concentration of the solute in the solvent. And we have a lot of different terms that we use to describe concentration, but in general, concentration is a measure of the amount of solute per unit volume or mass. And that volume or mass could be for the whole solution. It could be based on the solvent. We'll be talking about that as we go through. So the first type of concentration that we are going to deal with is percent by mass. So obviously we're going to use per unit mass. So this is defined as the mass of solute per 100 mass units of solution. Now in chemistry we use grams, so that's what we're going to use here, but we could use kilograms, we could use milligrams. As long as the mass of the solute and the mass of the solution are the same units, we're good. So to calculate the percent solute, it's the mass of solute over the mass of solution times 100 to make it a percent. So if we have a 10.0% NaCl solution, that means that we have 10.0 grams of NaCl per 100 grams of solution. Now, as you can see, the way that I wrote this, we can use this whole thing as a conversion factor. So when we do our problems, this is a way to go from grams of solute to grams of solution and vice versa. Now, in respect with significant figures, this number right here we use for significant figures, but this 100 grams of solution we do not use for significant figures. So we base significant figures off of this number here. This is part of our definition. We can also use density as a conversion factor in these problems because it relates to grams of solution. If you remember, density is mass over volume. Since we're dealing with the solution, we can have mass of solution over volume of solution. And there's our other conversion factor that we can use for the example problems. So in video 2, we're going to look at example problems, 4 of them, that will help you with the worksheets that you are to complete.